What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Alana. Why do some men struggle to respect a woman's new standards just because of her past? Like if she's grown, has children, and now chooses to be more intentional, no rushing, only commitment. Why is that seen as a joke or unrealistic instead of respected?
Okay, before we answer this question, Trill, do you believe some men feel as if, why are you now having these standards when you get to me?
Yes.
Definitely. Definitely.
Is it valid or no?
I mean, it's a valid question, but in terms of judging her for it, no. I mean, at the end of the day, like, people are on their own journey, and a lot of men perceive that journey or that progression as hypocrisy. Like, you was living one way before, and now that I'm here, all of these rules and all of these things come down, but that's your prerogative at the end of the day. So as a man, if I'm walking into that, and these new rules or these new boundaries don't fit the goal that I have in mind for you, or what it is that I'm trying to accomplish, then I just move around to a woman who does. But in terms of wondering why they feel the way they feel, or why they find it funny or joking, that's irrelevant, because that ain't the man you want anyway.
Correct. I have a second part to it. I was just going to ask, like, what advice would you give if you're trying to hold to that vision with all the backlash? Because it's a lot.
How many men do you want to be married to?
Just one.
Exactly.
Right.
And I think oftentimes we get caught up on trying to please a whole group of people instead of the one person that's supposed to be right for us. Listen, let me tell you something. Your standards are supposed to scare away unqualified people. But what do? We try to lower our standards so more people we actually don't want will fit. How many times have you got over by a man you lowered your standards for?
Exactly.
And then you look at them like, you gonna cheat on me? And what we do is we look at ourselves and we be like, that's like getting mad at your umbrella from protecting you from being wet. And I'm saying some of y'all need to realize that that means that sometimes you're going to repel people that are not right for you, and that is God's way of getting people that's going to block your blessings away. Let me tell you something. The reason right now, let's keep it a spade, a lot of you all aren't married is because you entertaining a you know don't want you like that. You trying to convince him to be your Mr. Right instead of realizing he your Mr. Wrong and find your Mr. Right. How many times you gonna give somebody that don't like you for real a chance? Listen, if you realize that a man saying that means he ain't right for you and you pivot fast, I keep telling y'all, and this is gonna be unpopular, and I'm gonna just say it. This is why I'm an advocate for keeping your options open when you're dating. Because a lot of times, by the time you realize that, you done gave one man 5 weeks of your time. And then by the time that, listen, everybody in the beginning act right. Everybody chivalrous, everybody holding doors. And it ain't till he ain't getting what he actually is intentional about. You thought he was intentional about your heart. He was intentional about that box. That's why that man is saying, how come you ain't giving me that coochie you gave everybody else? Instead of, damn, I can be the man she gave a corner of her heart another man has never touched before. But his intentions ain't your heart and your spirit. And so when a man encounters you with this, or you encounter a man with this, you got to say that is not your man. Say it with me. That's not your man.
Right.
It's not your man. And find one it is. Mike, did you have something?
I love you so much. You see this line? I want you to zoom in between everybody has boundaries till you end up liking a guy. And the thinnest line you ever gonna meet in your life is the one between your boundaries and this guy you like. Now, in most people's experience, they end up liking the guy before he likes the boundaries, and then you get a conflict. So right now we're experiencing a woman who might have liked the guy because now that he's not interested in her boundaries, now she's upset. Because you like the guy that you don't like the guy that likes your boundaries. And until you change that thing within you, you're gonna have these micro defeats and it's gonna get you discouraged from giving yourself as a blessing to other people. So I encourage you, like sometimes I try to sell myself to people in a way that is like super performative. I get my cut, I put some cologne on, I clean my car, I'm making a reservation. Are they falling in love with me or what I do for them? Now for the women, it's this. Mm-hmm. So appreciate the people who fall in love with that before you catch feelings.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Thank you.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
Woo-wee. So what you got to say about the question? She asked if a woman has like now kind of changed her tune different from the past, and how men, don't want to honor that or respect it. What you feel about that?
Well, I think it just comes down to the fact that that man just wanted whatever they wanted to get from you because they heard around the block this is how you used to be, and now they don't want to respect that at the end of the day. I agree completely with what they were saying. There's nothing wrong with having your own boundaries and having these guards set up because I used to feel the same way as my standards for what I want, you know, too high. I wouldn't say too high, but it's like I'm a Christian man. I want a Christian woman. There's a lot of people out here who ain't fit in that mold, but they feeling me and I'm finally feeling them. But you know how you got to stay true to your boundaries at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, all those people are going to do is bring you back down to that place of where you was and where you're trying to grow from, and you're going to be all messed up praying and crying at the end of the day. So hold true to your boundaries and don't let no man or woman try to convince you that this or that way you need to be having sex or you need to be doing this or that. Just keep it moving and hold on to your boundaries.
I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of, the people, the new converts that come into the body of Christ, what if they never changed their life? What if they never accepted Jesus Christ into their heart and start following his ways? I mean, like, it's a great changing for the better is great. That's a great thing. That's pretty sad that, it's some people out there who want you to stay the same and stay, blinded and deaf spiritually and want to keep you operating at a low level. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's great that you want better for yourself. And if that person can't understand that you want better for yourself and you don't want to keep walking down the same old dirty path and you want the new righteous path, then let them go. Let them
Mm-hmm.
go.
It's true. Yeah, they definitely not the right person for you. If they can't respect you and what you bringing to the table, then they just not the right person. The right person will respect what your boundaries are because they'll already have boundaries themselves and they won't try to push the limits or do nothing extra. They'll just hold on true to it and be good. Because at the end of the day, you the one who got to answer for those boundaries anyway. Because I'm sure you setting them boundaries because the Lord done told you what you should and shouldn't be doing. So at the end of the day, you going against what He done told you in the first place. So now you gotta deal with that, and you ain't trying to make our heavenly Father all mad and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not like you be getting mad for real, but you do gotta learn some lessons sometimes and do it over and over and over again. I've been there personally, so if you're not getting it, He gonna make you keep going over and over again until you get it right. So you might as well just hold on to those boundaries, and if somebody's pushing, they just not the right person for you at the end of the day.
Yep, they eliminate themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Bye bye.
It's true. It's true. No lies told.
Well, check out stamps-tv.com if you guys haven't already.
Mm-hmm.
So much content on the website. We got Club Stamps, which is a paid membership, and we also have free videos on there as well. So go check it out.
Yep, and while you're on the site, go ahead visit that Shop Stamps Apparel tab. We got great T-shirts just like these, just in time for the spring, summertime. I know y'all been checking them out, so go ahead, get you a little something. We got T-shirts, hoodies, crew neck joggers, all different types of stuff on there. So go ahead and get you a little something.
And go check out Stamps Essentials on the website. Click that tab on the website. So much to offer: shampoos, protein treatments, deep conditioners, leave-in conditioners, hair grease, hair oil, whipped shea butter for the body, and our signature product, Stay Moist Coils hair system. It's a wash and go hair system, but you can also use it for the base to your twist outs, braid outs, and perm rod sets. Okay, thebomb.com. Go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And we out.
See y'all.